Hey guys, it's your bro, Rich here. In today's video, I'm back with another Need for Speed explanation video for all. Today's video, I'll be talking to you all about the next Need for Speed game, which is Need for Speed Underground. Not Underground, sorry. Need for Speed Undercover. There we go. Not Underground. So Need for Speed Undercover. So before I start, make sure you all like the video, subscribe, comment down. Comment down below what you all think. Hit the notification bell and hit all so you're alerted when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so without any further ado, let's begin. So, Need for Speed Undercover. So, Need for Speed or NFS Undercover. So, Undercover 2008. Here we go. Undercover is a 2008 racing video game. So, racing video game. Racing video game. And it's the 12th installment. So 12th installment in the series, developed by EA Black Box and published by EA. It was released on November 18th, 2008 for the PS2, PS3, so PS2, PS3, Xbox 360, Nintendo Wii, Microsoft Windows, PSP, Nintendo DS, and a number of mobile phone platforms. In addition of the game for iOS was later released on April 27th. So April 27th, not April 20, April 27th, 2009. So developers EA Black Box. So EA Black Box. Xen's Entertainment for both the Nintendo Wii and PS2, Piranha Games, PSP, and Firebrand Games, Nintendo DS. Publisher EA, director Oliver Marriott. Composers are Paul Haslinger, Richard Deckard, and Alex Maurer for the mobile devices. Series NFS platforms Microsoft Windows, Nintendo DS, PS2 and 3, so PS2 and 3, and PSP, Nintendo Wii, Xbox 360, BlackBerry, iOS, Symbian, WebOS, and Windows Phone. Releases for November 2008. North America 18th, August. So North America 18th, Australia 20th, and Europe 21st. Genre racing, modes, both single and multiplayer. The game sees players conducting illegal street races within the fictional Tri-City area. Within the main mode, story focused on the player operating as an undercover cop. So undercover cop to investigate links between a criminal syndicate, stolen cars, and street racers. Gameplay operates on the same manner as previous entries, such as Most Wanted and Carbon, now including a larger selection of licensed real-world cars and RPG, so like rocket-powered grenade-styled system in the game's main story mode. Upon its release, the game received mixed reviews, many of which criticized the game's difficulty story setting, and repetitive elements, with some additions receiving lower scores due to severe issues. As of 2021, so 3 years ago, Undercover is no longer available for purchase in any online stores. Undercover was succeeded by Shift, the Nintendo exclusive Nitro, and the Need for Speed World MMO, so massively multiplayer online game. Next up, gameplay. In the game, players take part in illegal street races, legal street races that focus on different styles of races, utilizing a variety of real-world cars available at the time of the game's development and release that could be upgraded and customized with new parts while contending with the environments of the cops in their efforts to stop the player. Race events featured in the game include the series' standard of circuit points of points and checkpoint races, alongside the return of police pursuits. Events featured in both Most Wanted and Carbon. In addition, Undercover includes new events such as Outrun. Players must overtake a rival and stay ahead of them for a period of time, and Highway Battle, similar to Carbon's Duel and Underground 2's Outrun event. Players attempt to stay ahead of a rival on a highway, battling against both them and local traffic, winning instantly if they pull far ahead, and losing for the exact opposite with its game modes. Game modes consisting of career single events, and multiplayer. Both the PS2 and Nintendo Wii editions also feature a fourth mode, Challenge Series, which operates similar in function as in Most Wanted and Carbon. In career mode, players take on the role of an undercover cop seeking to break up a syndicate operating within the underground street race world. Like Most Wanted, players achieve this by completing both race and pursuit events. The majority of events in this mode include the opportunity to dominate them by completing them faster than a specified time record for domination. And Undercover, progress in the story involves completing events that not only earn cash, but also experience or Wheelman rep and a special performance bonus. These bonuses either improve the player's driving ability with the car, so players' driving abilities with all cars, or provide other bonuses to the player's playthrough in English. An increase in race earnings. Earning enough experience levels upon the players with earning enough experience levels with the player's wheelman bonus. Not bonus. Playerman's wheelman level. There we go. Unlocking a larger performance bonus. New cars and upgrade parts as well. So larger performance bonus, new cars and upgrade parts, as well additional events including jobs, special story-based missions, in which the player must complete a specific task, such as taking down a criminal's car. Police pursuits in this mode function like in previous editions, though the player's wheelman level directly impacts how aggressive the cops are when in pursuit of a player. The higher the level, the more tactics and car types used in the pursuit. Players can freely select any events from the game's map, or by using a hotkey to move on to a highlighted event after completing their current one, and are able to replay previous events, but only for a reduced amount of cash. The game features a wide variety of licensed real-world cars, which are Sport Tuner, Sport Tuner, Muscle, and Exotic. Players Players begin career mode with a limited selection of cars to use and purchase, but unlock more as they level up and can earn additional cars by defeating criminals in the story. Cars, upgrades, and customization can now be done by visiting the player's safe house rather than separate stories, with fine-tuning of a car's performance also conducted in this manner. For the Nintendo DS, PS2, PSP, and Nintendo Wii editions of the game, players can also use cop cars. Cop cars, but only upon unlocking them during the main mode. Cars receive only cosmetic damage during the game. Except in highway battles and job events, where it's possible to destroy a car in these events. The latter per specific parameters assigned to the job the player is undertaking. Multiplayer mode. Multiplayer mode varies across the platforms. The game was launched on online multiplayer is possible on Windows, PS3, Xbox, Windows, PS3, 360, 360 and DS editions. Both PS2 and Windows editions feature split screen mode, while mobile phone platforms don't include the gaming mode. For online multiplayer, events consist of multiplayer versions of sprint races and highway battles, along with a team-based event entitled Cops and Robbers. Two teams of players compete against each other to score points across 2 rounds. In the first round, the robbers collect flags and deliver them to specified areas to score points, while the cops attempt to arrest them to earn points. Whereupon in the second round, the teams switch roles, with the team with the highest score winning the match, while the PS2 and Nintendo Wii features Cops and Robbers in its multiplayer mode, albeit with fewer players around. They also feature two exclusive events: Lap Knockout, in which players compete across a circuit with the last. Lap knockouts. In which players compete across a circuit with the last player at the end of a lap being knocked out, and the winner being the remaining player at the end. And timed circuits, in which players compete across a circuit over a predetermined length of laps in time, with the player in first place at the end winning the event. Next up we got is plot. I'll be back. Next up is plot. Starting off with setting. The game's story and events take place. The game's story and events take place in the fictional region of the Tri-City Bay, mainly during the daytime between sunrise and sunset. The region consists of 4 boroughs: Palma, Crescent, an industrial port that also houses a naval base. It's like an army base. Gold Coast Mountains, a mountainous region of both observatories and wind farms, and Sunset Hills, a suburban town with rural farms. With each borough linked to the other by a series of highways. The region's design was heavily influenced by the real-life city of Miami, Florida, alongside the locations visited by the development team across the Gulf Coast, both the Gulf and the California coast, with the settings open world map consisting of around 175 kilometers. 175 kilometers. So 175 kilometers, which is 109 roundups, like 110 miles of road. In the DS edition, the boroughs are named. So the boroughs are named Metropolis, Northport Crescent, so Northport Crescent, so North and Southport Crescent, and Riverton, while in the Nintendo Wii and PS2 editions, the game setting takes place within a carbon copy of two boroughs taken from Most Wanted's setting, leaving Beach Borough. Last part is story, and then we'll move on to development. Yep. So story, the player, an undercover cop. So undercover cop for the TCPPD, which is the Tri-City Bay Police Department, is called into Palm Harbor Police Station by their superior, Lieutenant Jack Keller, played by Paul Pape, which is like saying the word tape, but taking out the T and putting the P into it. Born July 17th, 1952, from Rochester, New York. Age 72. So Lieutenant Jack Keller, the players informed that their current investigation in the region's underground street racing world is to be joined by Inspector Chase Lynn, played by Maggie Q. Her full name is Margaret Denise Quigley. Born May 22nd, 1979, in Honolulu, Hawaii, in the U.S. So, joined by Inspector Chase Lynn. It's saying the word Lynn, L-I-N, so L-I-N, Lynn, but adding the letter H into it. A federal agent of the FBI, Federal Bureau Investigation. So FBI, who wants to bring down an international criminal syndicate operating in the region that's involved in smuggling stolen cars. The players instructed to pose as a new street racer and join in on major illegal street races, along with gaining infamy with the TCPPD in order to secure entry into the syndicate. The players use this by being recruited into a gang that works with the syndicate run by Hector Mayo. It's like saying the word Mario, but taking out the R, and you get Mayo. Played by Kurt Caceres. I can't really pronounce that, but it's spelled Caceres. Born October 18th, 1972, age 51, from Napa in California, which is the largest city and county sense of Napa County, which is Napa Valley, Lime Country. setting. The game's, hold on, attempt setting. Hold on. Setting the game's story and events take place in the fictional region of the Tri-City Bay, mainly during the daytime between sunrise and sunset. The region consists of four boroughs: Pearl Harbor, Downtown City District, Ports Crescent, and Industrial Port that also houses a naval base. Gold Coast Mountains, a mountainous region of observatories and wind farms, and Sunset Hills, a suburban town with rural farms, with each borough linked to the other by a series of highways. The region's design was heavily influenced by the real-life city of Miami, alongside locations visited by the development team across the Gulf and California coast, with the city's open world map consisting of around 109 miles, 175 kilometers of road. In the Nintendo DS edition, the boroughs are named Metropolis, Northport Crescent, Southport Crescent, and Riverton. So Metropolis, North and Southport Crescent, and Riverton, while in the Nintendo Wii and PS2 editions, the game setting takes place within a carbon copy of two boroughs taken from Most Wanted's setting, leaving Beach Borough. Next up is story. The player and undercover cop for the TCBPD Tri-City Bay. So Tri-City Bay Police Department is called into Pearl Harbor Police Station by their superior, Lieutenant Jack Keller, played by Paul Pape. The players informed that their current investigation into the region's underground street racing world is to be joined by Inspector Chase Lynn, played by Maggie Q, a federal agent of the FBI who wants to bring down an international criminal syndicate operating in the region that's involved in smuggling stolen cars. The players instructed to pose as a new street racer and join in on major illegal street races, along with gaining infamy within the TCPPD. In order to secure entry into the syndicate, the player achieves this by being recruited into a gang that works with the syndicate, run by Hector Mayo, played by Kurt Caceres, and his brother Zach, played by Joshua Alba. At the same time, they befriend Carmen Mendes, played by Christina Milian. It's like saying the word Milan, but putting the letter I between the words L and A. A member of the gang, the brothers quickly assign the player to steal cars for them. During their race activities. Upon completing the job, Chase instructs the player to arrest the gang, including the brothers. With Hector's gang interaction, the player sent to Sunset Hills in order to get recruited by a crew operated by Gregory GMAC McDonald, played by David Reese Snell, a former TCPPD cop. Rose Largo, played by Heather Fox, an honor student who turned to crime, and Freddie Nicole Rogers, played by Lawrence B. Adisa, last name is spelled A-D-I, so A-D-I-S-A, a former boxer, whilst conducting races along with jobs for the crew. The players instructed by GMAC or GMAC to steal a car from Chow Wu, played by Jack Yang, the triad leader of the syndicate. The players investigating. When the player finds themselves confronted by Chow, he offers to overlook the theft in exchange for the player's help in recovering a car he lost that he needs back. Believing it's stolen by GMAC's crew, a meeting with Carmen suggests the thief. While the theft was likely committed by someone else, eventually the players instructed to arrest G-Mac and his crew. Those unable to locate the stolen car in their possession. Shortly after arresting G-Mac's crew, Carmen contacts the player and requests a meeting. Upon reaching her, she reveals that Zack and Hector unknowingly stole the missing car from Chow and asks them to get rid of it for her. And asks them and tells them to get rid of it for her. Chow quickly contacts the player the moment they take possession and receive instructions to deliver it to a warehouse, learning that he knows them to be a cop, and that they have kidnapped Chase to couriers complaints from them upon delivering the car. So upon delivering the car, Chase reveals herself to be a corrupt federal agent who's working with Chow to recover the car, as it possessed vital evidence of his activities and a sizable quantity of cash. Before Chow can dispose of the player, Chase betrays him, murdering him and his henchmen, before framing the player for their murder while escaping with the money and evidence. The players forced to flee from the TCPPD upon being wanted for the killings, but finds support from Keller on his instructions. They proceed to take down Chase before she can flee the region, as it's the only way to clear their name. After successfully arresting Chase, Keller commends the player for their hard work at recovering the evidence and managing to not forget themselves during their undercover work, informing them that Carmen made a plea bargain with him in exchange for her testimony against the arrested crews. Sometime later, the player meets with Carmen to give them a ride to the local university where she's studying as a med student. I know about this, like I've seen the cutscenes of that. Next up is development. EA CEO John Ricciello, which is spelled Ricciello. So his last name is spelled Ricciello, who's an American business executive. Previously, he was chief executive officer, chief operating officer, and president of Unity Technologies, EA, and co-founded private equity firm Elevation Partners in 2004. He sat on several company boards, including those of the ESA, Entertainment Software Association, the ESRB, Entertainment Software Rating Board, the HSB, so the HAAS School of Business, and the USC School of Cinematic Arts. Born 1957 or 58, age 65 or 66 in Erie, Pennsylvania, and his education was University of California, Berkeley. Which is a public land grant research university in Berkeley, which is a city on the eastern shore of San Francisco Bay in northern Alameda County, California. So our developments. EA Executive Officer John Ricciello stated that the previous release in the series was only an okay game, and it was not good, and that Undercover would be a much better game. So EA CEO John Ricciello stated that the previous release in the series, Pro Street, was only an okay game. It was not good, and that Undercover would be a much better game. He stated Undercover would have a considerably longer development cycle than its predecessors because the development team of Need for Speed had been split up into two teams, both of which would work on a 2-year development cycle with future titles alternating releases between them. Ricciello stated he was torturing the development team with a tight development cycle in the past. When this change was implemented in midsummer 2007, one team started working on Undercover. So Undercover giving is only a 16.5 months, so 16 and a half months development cycle. So 16.5 months development cycle, while the other team that finished Pro Street would start working on the next title. Ricciello also stated Undercover took inspiration from action films such as The Transporter 2002, which featured Jason Statham, with a large embedded narrative, A.K.A. a story within a story. Frank Gibbo, I can't pronounce that, but it's spelled G-I-B-E-A. Frank Gibbo, I can't pronounce that, but it's spelled G-I-B-E-A-U. President of the EA Games. President of the EA Games label. So president of the EA Games label stated during developments that due to the fact that the sales of Pro Street didn't live up to EA's hopes for the game, the franchise would go back to its roots, although Undercover was already being developed before Pro Street. John Doyle, developer at EA Black Box, said that Undercover would feature a brand new game mechanic and a most wanted-ish sandbox style of gameplay. The game was also provided with an all-new damage system. Andy Blackmore, senior, so SVCA, so senior vehicle concept artist at EA, explained how one of the Porsche cars that was conceptualized in the game, that was brought to life for the game from a brief description to being approved by Porsche. A few days before Undercover's release. EA revealed a few plot details. A video was uploaded that showed the player evading capture from the TCPD, the Tri-City Police Department. So TCPD. And last but certainly not the very least, we got is reception and score for PC 65%. So PC 65%. So PC 65%. 360 64. PS3 and Nintendo DS 59. Is it 59? Nintendo Wii 54. PSP 52. There we got review scores. We got publication and scoring. Got 9 of them so far. So, OneUp.com, B, Eurogamer 50%, Game Informer 70%, GamePro 50, GamePro also 50%, GameSpot for both PC and 360 70%, PS3 65, GameSpy, so GameSpy 60%, Game Trailers 67%, IGN, PS3 40, so PS3 40%, and then PC and Xbox 360 50%, and then Play, which is a UK magazine, 75%, says 75%. So reception, the last part now, and it there. Not much on there, so we can do this. Reception of Undercover was mixed. There were complaints about the game's easy difficulty, repetitiveness, and poor texture maintenance. The IGN review went as far as recommending the game's rivals, such as Rockstar Games, Midnight Club, Los Angeles, 2008, and EA's own Burnout Paradise. So Burnout Paradise, also 2008. The IGN review was critical of the PS3 version of Undercover, giving it a 40%. So giving it a 4 out of 10, so 40% rating, calling it a poor game. So a poor game with a ton of problems and with practically no redeeming qualities. IGN also commented on how the reason for having an open world environment was lost because a player could only start an event from the map. However, the 360 and PC versions received a higher score in contrast to the PS3 version in the IGN review due to the few severe problems that occurred. The OneUp.com review called the game only fairly successful, but praised the game's selection of cars and tighter handling on the cars. However, the leveling up system that unlocks cars and upgrades was criticized for resembling grinding, referring to the act of repeating an action or a set of actions. In general, sparse traffic, wide open roads, and poor AI led to complaints about extremely low difficulty. However, one reviewer commented on how this may have been a marketing ploy to target a wider audience. The reception to the and the racing game Play, which is similar to Fast and Furious, was particularly criticized by IGN, who said you run missions when you steal cars, making special deliveries. So special deliveries and things like this now and again, but you never actually see any. But you never actually see any sequences that show how the cops are putting the evidence together or anything of that sort. Jason will tell you what you need to do to get on the inside of a racing group in order to get dirt on them, and then after a race, she'll say, "We have enough, let's move in." But you're left asking, how did that help? How did that help at all? Finally, the in-game, in-game frame rate. So the in-game frame rates received little praise, and GameSpot particularly criticized the PS3 version for this problem, resulting in a lower score on the platform compared to both the Xbox 360, so 360 and PC versions. Last part, and I'll end it there. Undercover has sold 1.4 million, so 1,400,000, 1,400,000, so 1,400,000 copies in the US. Alright, and that is it, guys. So if you guys like this video, like and subscribe, comment down below what you guys think. Hit the notification bell and hit all so you're alerted of when I make brand new uploads. Alright. So almost 45 minutes. So I gotta go. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. But until then, stay safe. Have a great. So if you like this video, like and subscribe, comment down below what you guys think. Hit the notification bell and hit all. So hit all so you're alerted of when I make brand new uploads. Alright. So I gotta get going now. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. But until then, stay safe. Have a great evening and have a fantastic morning tomorrow. And I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So take care, folks. Stay safe out there. And I'll see you guys soon. Good night, folks.